Happy Friday, everybody. It's so gorgeous out here in Minnesota. And I thought I'd do a little video on particles. How interesting, right? I know many of you are like, this is such a dull topic. But, for me, it's exciting. I love talking about this stuff because this is what I do. Anyways, particle. Particle is the smallest unit of consciousness. And they break down into subparticles called a particle or ka. People say ka, but it's particle. And particum. I might say particle here and there. And those two create fission and fusion. They separate and then they come back together, and that creates motion. And as it does that, it creates something called the flashline sequence. Flashing of lights on and on. So it creates electrotonal frequency, which is scalar wave. That's what it creates. So I needed to lay that out. There's more to how particle phasing works because there's crystals involved with codes, but I just wanted to share that part because you'll need that for what I'm going to explain. In harmonic universe 1, 2, and 3, we have flashline sequences that are lower in oscillation and higher in vibration. In harmonic universe 4, we have higher oscillation and lower vibration, and they change between each harmonic universe. So, Earth is a particum, which is magnetic, and inner Earth is particle, which is electrical. And then we have parallel Earth, which is particle. And that parallel Earth is electrical, I believe. So we have these angular rotation of a particle spin. They spin at different angles. They spin at 90 degrees and at 45 degrees. That is the angular rotation of a particle spin, also known as ARPS, A-R-P-S. When it spins at a 45 degree, that is between densities or harmonic universes. If they spin at a 90 degree, they spin between dimensional frequency bands. And when that happens, that's a flashline sequence. And a flashline sequence are between dimensions. Now, in between each harmonic universe, which there are 5, there's something called a void zone or a magnetic repulsion zone. And the way the particle spins, which is at a 45 degree, that creates an illusion of separation of linear time and space. This creates individuation. This creates the hologram that we live in. Are you following me? It allows for us to be individual. We can't see the other harmonic universes because of the repulsion zones. And the way the angular rotation of a particle spins between each harmonic universe at a 45 degree angle. Okay? Now, units of consciousness are stationed at each density. Okay? I'll repeat that. Units of consciousness, which is particle, are stationed at each density. And that gives the illusion of separation. All right. Now, when the void zones or magnetic repulsion zones open up, which you will then be able to see all the harmonic universes, that is called, and when it's done naturally, it is called at one ment. And that is ascension. That is our consciousness growing as well. So I wanted to share that. Let me go back over this. I'm going to go, for those who don't know what the harmonic universes are. We have 5 harmonic universes. The first harmonic universe is Earth, and that is dimensional frequency band of a standing scalar wave, and those dimensions are 1, 2, and 3. 3D, you've heard of 3D, and I've mentioned this in videos. Then you have, in between that harmonic universe, you have a 45 degree of angular rotation spin of a particle, and that's your repulsion zone or void zone. You can't see the next harmonic universe, which would be 2, which is Terra, and that dimension is 4, 5, and 6. You've heard of, we're going 5D. And those, between each dimension, the angular rotation of a particle spin is 90 degrees, and that creates a flash line sequences. They create flash line sequences between the dimensions, okay? And for those of you who don't know what a 90-degree angle is, I'll show you, and it also shows a 45-degree angle. Here's my notes so you can see. Because some people don't know what the angles are, like a 360, you know, and so I think it's important that visuals, for many people, we need those. So my dog is needing attention here. I have needy dogs. So I'm going to explain a flashline sequence. So flashline sequences and particle phasing. It's like lights going off, okay? Lights just flashing. And dimensions are scalar waves of consciousness. And remember this, vibration is lower frequency, and it contracts particum. Okay, particum is one of the breakdowns of a particle. It's the subparticle. We have antimatter and matter. Okay, so we have 2 antimatters, but one antimatter is spelled with the I and one is with the E. Inside move, so the vibration is lower frequency, it contracts particum, and it's inside movement. As in vibration increases, it oscillates, the oscillation decreases. And the oscillation turns on frequency, so it's sets of dimensional flashline sequences. The way it oscillates, it turns on the flashline sequences. That's those lights go on and off, and that's the outside movement, and they are bands of frequency, and they go faster with particle phasing. And they're whole, and there's parts of frequencies. They're bands of frequencies that are whole and parts of frequency. Again, dimensions 1 through 8 are higher vibration, lower frequency. Dimensions in 8 through 15 are lower vibration with higher frequencies. Between each harmonic universe or density, there's a 45-degree angular rotation of a particle spin that creates an illusion of separation. Okay. There's also magnetic repulsion zones between harmonic universes. The illusion of separation are between the harmonic universes as well. And the illusion of separation is also between each dimension. But they still, the angular rotation spin is different. Okay? Again, between each harmonic universe or density, it's 45 degrees, and between each dimension, it is 90 degrees. All right, so the magnetic repulsion zones, they create an illusion of separation. They create our hologram. They keep us separate, even though we're all together. And to open these void zones and magnetic repulsion zones naturally or simultaneously is called at-one-ment. That's ascension. ARPs are The 90-degree angular rotation of a particle spin are between three-dimensional bands of frequency within a density, which creates an illusion of separation of a linear space and time. So we have an illusion between dimensions, and we have an illusion between harmonic universes' densities, which are called magnetic repulsion zones. So I wanted to share that. Okay, you guys, I think I got it all. That's what I wanted to share. Yep. So if you have any questions, let me know. Have a great weekend. It is so nice out. Look how bright that sun is. Can you see it even? It's really, really bright. I don't know if you can even see it with my phone. Anyways, I don't think that any kind of beams are coming through. It's hard to tell. Anyways, have a good one, guys.